Okay, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something that drives even the most experienced travelers crazy. I'm talking about those train station announcements. The ones that just sound like noise. Well, by the end of this, I promise you'll have the secret to tuning all that out and just hearing what you need to hear every single time.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're standing on a packed platform, it's noisy, there are people everywhere, whistles blowing, and then you hear that announcement crackle over the speakers. And it's just a jumble of words, a blur of jargon that honestly just makes you feel even more lost than before.
Yeah, take a look at this classic example. It's just a complete wall of sound, isn't it? If you're not heading to Ashford, your brain probably checks out after the first couple of words. But what if your stop was, say, Seven Oaks? It's buried right in the middle of that long list. Or what if the really crucial bit of info was a last-minute platform change? See, this is exactly the problem we're going to crack today. So, okay, how do we tackle this mess? Well, here's the secret, and it's a good one. Even the craziest sounding announcements, they all follow a really predictable pattern, a structure. Once you see that pattern, you'll know exactly what to listen for and when. It's almost like a simple formula. And here it is, the formula, broken down into 4 simple steps. First, you get the alert. That's that little chime or opening phrase that makes everyone's head pop up. Step 2, and this is the big one, is the ID. That's the train's time and where it's ultimately going. This is your key filter. It tells you if you should even bother listening to the rest. After that, you get the details, the platform number, the list of stops. And finally, step 4, the status. Is it on time? Is there a problem? The good news or the bad? Okay, let's zoom in on a key phrase, calling at. Now, this isn't just filler noise. This phrase is your best friend, I'm telling you. If your station isn't the final stop, hearing its name in this list is the absolute confirmation that, yep, you're waiting for the right train. It's like your personal safety net. And here's another super important one. Terminates here. It means exactly what it says. The ride is over, this is the end of the line, everybody off. Super simple, but absolutely vital to know. But let's be real. Travel isn't always perfect, right? So what happens when things go sideways? Now we're going to get into the stressful stuff. Delays, cancellations, all that fun stuff. And this is where these new decoding skills of yours become a genuine superpower.
You hear these weird technical terms all the time, right? But honestly, they're way simpler than they sound. Take a look. A points failure? All that means is a switch on the tracks is broken. Signal failure? That's basically just a red light for trains that's stuck. And staff shortage? Well, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Just knowing what this jargon actually means can totally dial down the panic. Okay, listen up because this is crucial. When there's a delay, there is one phrase, one single phrase that you need to be listening for. Now expected at. That's it. That's the golden ticket. It cuts through all the other noise and gives you the new time. That's the number you need to know. It is, without a doubt, the most important piece of information you're going to hear.
So you've got this kind of, holy trinity of bad news announcements. You're listening for the big 3. Is delayed by, has been canceled, or, and this one is my personal favorite for causing chaos, will now depart from platform. That last one means you gotta run. If you can train your ear to just catch those key phrases, you can start moving while everyone else is still looking around all confused.
Okay, let's bring this all together. We've taken apart the announcement, we've decoded the weird jargon. Now let's bundle it all up into a super simple, practical toolkit that you can use on literally any trip.
And here it is, your ultimate cheat sheet for train travel. Look at this, it's so simple. No matter what you need to know, there's a key phrase you can listen for. The trick isn't to memorize the entire announcement, no way. The trick is to just listen for the one little trigger phrase that applies to you. This is all about filtering out the noise, not trying to memorize it. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean? It means you get to stop being that passive, confused person on the platform and become an active, confident traveler. You've got the framework now, you know how the system works. And it really is that simple. That little knot of anxiety you get in your stomach when an announcement starts, that can be replaced with a feeling of control. You don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to turn to the person next to you and whisper, "What did they say?" You've got the tools. You can decode the tracks all by yourself. So I'm going to leave you with this. You basically have the secret decoder ring for train station announcements now. So the next time you're on a platform and you hear that chime, what's the one key phrase you're going to be listening for?